Hey everybody, it's Emily from ARG Schooling, and today I'm going to bring you my BookTube-A-Thon TBR. I have never done the BookTube-A-Thon. I don't really do read-a-thons usually because they're almost always at a bad time for me, and I'm like, oh, I can't really commit. But I decided to throw caution to the wind and say whatever to my schedule, and we're gonna try it. I thought it would be fun for me and my daughter to do it together as a kind of fun little thing. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. But I don't know how involved I'm gonna be in the read-along because I do have a lot of stuff to do, but I think I'm gonna finish the bulk of the work on grade 10 this week. And that's going to maybe open up my week next week for the BookTube-A-Thon. I don't know, but I've been wanting to do this for forever. And so I'm going to try to make it happen. Will I do all the video challenges? Probably not. I am going to do the TBR based on the challenges. I might do a vlog. I might vlog a little bit of it, sort of just checking in with the week as it goes. I don't know. We'll see how that turns out. I'm terrible with vlogging. I always forget to do it. And I always feel awkward vlogging, like holding the camera. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, I just want to get into the challenges and show you what I have in my pile. The main challenge is to read 7 books. So I do have 7 books in my pile. Am I going to read 7 books in a week? Probably not. I did try to pick a bunch of really short books though, so maybe I could do it. We'll see. So the first challenge is to read a book with a person on the cover. 4 of the books in my pile have people on the cover, so there's that. The main book I picked for that challenge is Rainy Nightingale by Kate DiCamillo because I pre-ordered this when it came out like a year ago and I still haven't read it. My daughter read it and she loved it, so I like Kate DiCamillo's books quite a lot, so I know I'm going to enjoy it. I just need to pick it up, and it seems like a really summery read. I mean, just look at the cover. Isn't that like super summery looking? I don't know a lot about this. I know it's about a summer vacation and some girls, I think they're at camp, and it's a children's middle grade. I'm going to enjoy it. Read a hyped book. I don't know how hyped this is, but I'm going to count it for this challenge, and that's Nimona by Noelle Stevenson. I've learned about this book on BookTube, so I don't know if it's like a hyped book necessarily, but it's one that I heard about on BookTube and bought because so many people recommended it. My daughter has already read it and she said it was really good and that I would like it, so it's on my list. So that covers the hype book, and I'm also going to count this as a book I can finish in a day because it is, after all, a graphic novel. So I could probably read this pretty quickly. So this will be 2 challenges, a hyped book and one I can read in one day. The next challenge is to read a book about a character who is very different from you, and I had to stop and think about this one for a minute. I'm like, well, what angle do I want to go with on this? So I'm looking at my bookshelves and I thought, well, this guy's definitely quite different from me, and so I'm going to read My Friend Dahmer by Durf Backdurf, because, I mean, he's pretty different from me. So this is my book for that challenge. This is about, obviously, Jeffrey Dahmer's teen years, I think. I don't know if it's his childhood or just his teen years, but a book to read completely outdoors. Now, I'm going to be totally honest with you on this one. I'm probably not going to do this challenge because I don't like reading outdoors. I find myself too distracted when I'm outside. Also, I often have a hard time with the lighting. I find that sunlight is too bright for me to read by, and when I sit in the shade it's too dark. So I have a hard time reading outdoors. So between the distraction and the bright light, I'm probably not going to do this challenge. But if I did, this is the book I think I'd want to read, Annihilation by Jeff Vandermeer, because it's very much like a thriller that takes place in this weird jungle-y area. It's an outside book about like the land itself is the dangerous place. I don't know. I don't know much about it. I've heard about this book talked about quite a bit on BookTube, but I still don't really understand what it's about. But it seemed like it would fit a reading outside kind of thing, but I'm probably not going to do that. I might still read the book though. The next one is to read a book that you bought entirely based on the cover. For a little while I thought to myself that I can't do this challenge because I rarely buy books that way. I usually know quite a lot about a book, or I've at least heard about it and have a reason to buy it. I don't generally just like grab books based on the cool covers. But then I remembered that I just bought this. And I bought it because of the title and the cover. Because my daughter and I have actually talked extensively about writing our own story because we both hated Inkheart so much. Cornelia Fluke, I think, is the author of Inkheart. I might be getting that wrong. But we hated that book. I hated it. And that's a whole nother video. But we've talked a lot about what would we change or how would we create a story that we both liked that had the same kind of elements from that story, but better. And then I saw this book and I thought we would both like it, and it's pretty. Isn't that pretty? Her dress has the words from the book coming out of it. I don't know. I really liked the aesthetic here. I enjoyed the cover quite a lot. I like the name of the book. I hope that it's good. It's YA, so I mean, it could go either way. But I thought it was funny that it was similar to what we'd been talking about, and I thought, hey, we should read this. So I don't know. I'll let you guys know what I think of it, but that's why I bought this, based on the cover and the title. So there you go. I do that once in a while. To read 7 books, I needed 2 more, so I grabbed 2 books that I had been wanting to get to but haven't yet. One is A Mango-Shaped Space by Wendy Mass, and this I have in my pile because, not that I'm doing well with it, but my Pop Sugar Reading Challenge had a read a book with a cat on the cover, and there's a cat right there, so that covers that challenge. But I know my daughter liked this book. It's about a person who has, I cannot remember what it's called, where you see colors and yeah, what is it? Yeah, sounds, numbers, and words have color. So it sounded interesting, and my daughter really liked it, so I was going to read that at some point this year. Also, I picked up I Killed the Mockingbird by Paul Acampora because I love To Kill a Mockingbird, and I thought the cover was pretty, and it sounded interesting. It's sort of like about when a book gets banned and how people react to the banning of a book. It sounded interesting, and it's really short, so I think I could probably squeeze this in. So there you have it. This is my 7-book TBR for the BookTube-A-Thon Reading Challenge. Can I do all 7 of these books in a week? That is the question. I don't think so, but we'll see. I'm working on my plan because I figure I can still get some work done in the mornings, and I can devote like 3 hours in the morning to work, and then maybe 4 hours in the afternoon and evening to read. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I'm going to try to read more than I read now because right now I'm not getting a lot of reading done because I've been working super hard to get grade 10 finished, and so I'm hoping that I'll work out a plan that makes sense for me to be able to still work but also devote a lot of time to reading. Are you doing the BookTube-A-Thon Reading Challenge? I'd love to hear about your TBR. Let me know what you guys are planning on reading, and I will see you guys in my next video. Happy reading. Bye!